Hello and welcome. And today I am doing a video that was a time ago requested, and it treats with the issue of safe capping in a DD. So first of all, there are three basic rules which I just easily show you. So first rule is check the lineup for radar cruisers or enemy, of course, and enemy DDs. It's the first thing you should do as a DD player. Then the next thing is know the radar ranges of the particular ships, like know the radar range of Des Moines and so on, and know the concealment of your own ship and at best of all the enemy potential DDs. Yeah, that's what you should do. Third point, I think is pretty easy. Find a safe spot to cap from. What is basically why I put it in exclamation mark safe. It's of course a relative thing. Some places aren't safe at all, or can become unsafe later on in the game. So just have a look at the minimap. But initially there are some safe places, and I will show you these, and I will tell you a bit more while showing you this replays. Okay, I'm here playing in the first replay of Farragut. We are playing two brothers, and I'm going in here from the to the D side. So the reason I was smoking myself was first to give my own CV some more AA support, so he wins the fighter duel, and this is already a huge thing. Also, I can push into the cap because he's spotting, and therefore my smoke isn't wasted. I see a lot of people who just go into the cap, sit broadside on, smoke themselves, and stay there and hope the best that they don't get torped or whatever. So this is not gonna work, or you shouldn't at least do it. If a CV is in the game, like here, he's normally the one who provides the most spotting. Of course, not when he's not on your, or only when he's like acting on your particular side, like on two brothers, because it's splitted. But a good CV can, yeah, be an absolute annoyance to you, especially if you're playing a top-focused destroyer. Alright, so I'm sitting here now in this cap. I can provide smoke. My friendly Fidji realizes this and sits also in smoke, so that means an extra hydro. We had a Minsk on the enemy team that was slipping into D, who was exactly doing what I wouldn't recommend. But if he knows that I'm having only 6.6 or 6.4 kilometer torp range, then it's, I think, okay. What you shouldn't do is exactly what this Yen Wei is doing. First of all, I think he didn't realize that his torps won't do any damage to DDs. First of all, he's running absolutely in the cap without having any spotting. And he gets spotted by the carrier, so he had absolutely no clue what he's doing and is paying the price and is dead. Yeah, that's of course what I see a lot as well. What you shouldn't do is just charge in. If you want to safely cap over time, you need to outlast DDD. There are some differences, I'll show you some of these later. But basically it's like this, you outlast the DD. For example, in the American DD, it's pretty easy. You just smoke up, or you can smoke up if your concealment is shit. I wouldn't recommend to do it initially, but you can smoke up. And for example, another gun-orientated boat, like a Russian DD, is doing the same. Your smoke is lasting longer. So whenever his smoke is gone and you have enough backup, or you know that your HP is better than his, and so on, you can take on the fight, for example. While he has to run. He has no smoke available. Also, I would only recommend a heavily defended or fortified cap, so to say, which is like where the enemy DDs have a lot of backup. I would recommend not to do it initially. Just leave it, kill some ships, or try at least with your torps or whatever, or play a bit around that and try to reduce the number of ships before you go in there. So spotting is key. Of course, you want to provide spotting for your team, but of course, before you can do this efficiently, you need to get rid of the enemy DDs, because they are always the ones that are stopping you from spotting the enemy. So this is actually the initial fight. You see me doing here some yeah, skimmers, I would say, with the enemy Minsk, who's playing quite okay, even though he has a shit concealment, or he has no concealment expert on his shit. But he's doing it smart. So maybe not the smartest. I mean, he has the luck that he has, I think, another guy in his team. I think it was in his division, Kneis now. But he, for example, didn't sit in one place there and shooting. He is reversing, and that's why my torps here, for example, won't hit. So I'm still defending this cap, trying my best, but my team is absolutely getting wrecked on, and there's at least nothing you can do in a DD. Another thing, why is it so important to safely spot, and why is it always an issue? Well, DDs have just the least HP of every ship class, so it means you have to be ultra cautious. It's a bit like with the cruisers in the beginning. You don't wanna like play super aggressive in the beginning with a cruiser, because you get just deleted by a battleship. Take your time. Your time for a cruiser, for example, is in the late game. Same for a DD. If you're lasting out a lot of the enemy DDs, then you can have really good games in the end of the game. But if you die quick, I mean, that can happen. Even to me, it happens. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Trying to get rid of that Minsk, but my aim isn't on point, so he gets away. While his body is approaching me from the back, which is a bit of an issue, because my smoke is running out. Farragut doesn't have too much HP. So yeah, what I'm basically doing here is putting one torp out, speeding up. I don't sit in the smoke. I mean, the smoke is anyway vanishing soon, but I don't sit in the smoke in this case. I'm speeding up to get better angles, and have my second torp launcher exactly for that reason. Enemy Kneis now ate a lot of torps, so I can finish him with my guns. I have not a bad torp reload, that's why I'm yeah, going ham on this guy with my guns. So yeah, that's basically this. I mean, I wanted just to show how to play around the cap and save and so on and so on. Of course, you also should also notice if you have enough backup. You can't just YOLO into a cap and without any backup. You need to have backup. That's really important stuff. And the next clip I will show you will definitely show why you need backup, or at least, let's say, efficient backup. Alright, here I'm playing the Mars, which is not really a good concealed ship. Honestly, I really dislike it a bit, or yeah, no, I dislike it. I think its concealment is bullshit. The torps are okay, but yeah, it's just the guns are like bullshit as well, and it has the same concealment as a Pliskavitsa, for example. But yeah, that's a different story. So I played here on my alt account and on Warrior's Path, and we have tier 9 matchmaking. And yeah, I can't show you because I put the clips together, and yeah, since it's not an active replay, I can't show you the lineups, but I know that there were at least 2 enemy radar cruisers, which is an issue. And the device, I think it was only an Udaloy and an enemy Mars, so that was not an issue. So the only issue I have to dodge is kind of, or not kind of, but is the enemy radar cruisers. So that's why I'm a bit hesitant to go initially into A. This map got recently changed, so you see some small islands in A, which makes it a bit more safe to cap for DDs. But still, I want to yeah, first scout a bit, not initially trigger a radar from a radar cruiser or something. Yeah, and that's a good that was a bit surprising, but yeah, the enemy Baltimore is approaching in full speed mode into the cap, which makes it quite hard for me to go into the cap, so without getting radared instantly. So I'm staying close enough to spot, but I'm not bothering about capping for all. I don't want to make that Baltimore believe that I'm, or know that I'm in the cap, so he pops the radar. So I'm staying out of the cap area and try to spot him. But my team is just, I mean, normally a Baltimore gets absolutely punished when he's going like this, but this Baltimore can even turn broadside on, and my team isn't bothering at all. And yeah, I can show you that you can do a lot of things right, but if your team isn't yeah, playing as if you are in the same team, then it won't help. It doesn't help you anyways. So yeah, Baltimore is now running away, and what is he doing now? He's turning completely in again. And this is a thing, and it still doesn't get punished. One thing I should have done, yeah, that I should have done a bit earlier, because our BB players, not potatoes, but players, does not know how to prioritize things. So, and suddenly I'm getting raided for whatever reasons. I didn't even contest the cap. He just have, that was just a random raider, nothing else. And I couldn't do much for it, so I had to run in front of the island. Yeah, I could have gone the other way, but that Alsace would have plepped me absolutely, so I need to be safe from the Alsace. That's my thing. So I'm sitting here now in the smoke, have Hydro activated, and yeah, even the enemy Mars is spotted by the Hydro, but if he's smart, he's popping his Hydro and then will be spotted. So I'm literally having issues getting out of here, and don't want to risk it at all. Also, I tried to get rid of one of the ships, but they are smart enough. They know, of course, that I'm here. So now the Mars is popping Hydro, which makes it really, really hard for me. But look at my backup. Look how close the enemies are with his DD. And look how far my team is working back. And that's what I mean. I mean, I ask for help. Nobody helps. The Mars can run around in the open, doesn't get punished. No one gets punished by the enemy team. And that's the thing where you can't do much in the DD. I mean, of course, my choices are a bit limited here now, which is sad. But what can I honestly do? I mean, I played it from the start. Then I tried to block it, so the enemy doesn't get such a big advantage in the beginning by having 2 caps. And still, my team isn't bothering at all. And the Mars is now, yeah, pretty low, but it's still not dead. That Pensacola is charging in. Nobody kills him. So if you have these teammates, you don't have to wonder if you lose the games, because you know that they are just bad. They have no aim, they have no understanding what's going on, and yeah, you can't know that before. I mean, I expected really a bit more help, but sadly I'm going down, taking almost the full Pensacola with me. Yeah, I think in the end, I don't know if we won or not. I mean, it's still balanced, I would say, DD-wise, but it's also sad. Yeah, I'm a bit pissed. Because they pushed me, and that Baltimore lived way too long. Alright, last but not least, DD game in a Yu Yang. I show you this one because you're in the Pan-Asian DD, you are a bit limited, because you can't use your torps to torp the enemy DDs, because they are pretty safe from you. Also, what I try to do is communicating with the New Orleans behind me if he has radar. So I could provide a smoke, which gives us both a bit easier time to kill the enemy DDs, for example. But he didn't answer, so yeah. I know that I have to be on my own. So I'm heading towards A, and if you watch the minimap, you see I practically have no support right now. Means I can't play aggressive. I can't go in and whatever challenge the enemy DDs or whatever, and have not to care too much about the enemy support ships, for example. But at the moment I can't do that. So I'm playing it safe. I'm playing around the cap, not going in. The same like with the masks in the last game. I'm yeah, shadowing, so to say, the enemy cap circle and their progress and what they are up for. But I provide vision for my team. This is really important. If I would go in, die, or smoke myself, my team can't shoot anything. There would be would be nothing that helps me. In this game, I think there was 1 or 2 radars. I'm shooting the Fletcher to reset him, and I'm torping the Hindenburg. And now I'm spotting because the enemy Fletcher did shoot. So he will be forced, if he's smart, he will be forced to smoke himself as well. Because otherwise he loses a lot of HP and can't continue to fight against me again. Have that in mind. If the enemy DD is smoked up and there is something that could exchange shots, and he has some other ship that spots you, then you should smoke up immediately. That's why every time when you need a smoke normally when you like want to play aggressive in your DD, because otherwise you get just murdered by the support ships. A lot of people don't have the patience in doing that, don't wait for their consumables, and die really quickly in their destroyers. So now the Fletcher is out, but there's still something capping, which tells me I get now a bit more support, but we have to be, or at least I have to be really cautious what is also in here. So, and what do I see? I saw AP shells. And that tells me, I checked the lineup, you can't see it here, but I checked the lineup and the enemy has a Edinburgh, which is a Royal Navy cruiser, which is like the worst nightmare you can have when he's close enough. So I'm, of course, a bit worried and intending of pissing off there. We see him. I'm not sure what he's doing right now, but yeah, it's getting smoked. So what I'm basically planning here is now, okay, I'm waiting where he stopped, or if he stopped, and then if he did, I will just torp him. That is the plan, at least. I'm expecting him to go a bit backwards, and yeah, that's basically it. Also, I'm angling myself towards the enemy ships, because if they are torping something that is where I'm in the path of, then I'm angled at least to the torps. I'm not RPF'd, radio position or located, which tells me none of the DDs has RPF slotted, which also tells me I should be pretty safe from some torps, but there are always some random torps. And you see already why I'm having my back in there. Yeah, lucky me, kills the Edinburgh. I have my back in there just to run away in case it's needed. Okay, so we killed the enemy Edinburgh, the enemy Hindenburg is running, the Fletcher is somewhere in the back, and there's a Shimakaze. But we have RPF, and we can easily go for it. Yeah, but that was the end of the video, sorry. Give me a sec. Alright, so what did we learn? Basically, it's the first 3 points I had. So if you want to play it safe, you consider all of these things. Provide spotting for your team, check if you have enough backup, and yeah, I didn't show you now every safe spot on every map that is available in the game. You have to figure that out by yourself, but basically it's all about what I showed you in these 3 short examples, and I hope I could help with that. So whenever there's another issue in this regard, so how I play safe and at the same time efficient, yeah, just let me know if I should do some other videos in this kind of regard. Alright, and yeah, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.